Namaskara, machas. Today we've got a great question from Ansh Singh. Hello, can you please tell me how you analyze anime basketball players and learn from them? Please tell. Big fan. Shout out to you, Ansh Singh. I kind of touched upon these things in my Kisei Perfect Copy video, but I think this deserves a full video of its own.
So let's get into it.
My first few viral videos were some Kuroko no Basket breakdowns on my other channel, Cool Sauce. Now I've shifted them all here. And these breakdowns were mainly of two types. One is just one move breakdown, like let's say the barrier jumper or Kuroko's phantom shot or vanishing drive. Then there's the other type, which is more of a playstyle breakdown, whether that's Akashi's Emperor Eye or Aomine's street ball handles. So first let's talk about analyzing and learning from a move. Most people look at this in reverse, as in they look at what's happening with the ball first. But that's not it. There's so much more that goes into a move than what you do with the ball. And the best place to start would be your feet. Because that's what gets you past a defender, right? Not the ball, not the move you do with your hands. Everything starts from there. You got to look at how they're using their feet to get past a defender. So let's say you're looking at the crossover. You step here, sell the fake, and then go here. Once you get that down, look at where the weight is being shifted. You're shifting your weight from the center to this foot to this foot. So weight shift would of course involve turning your hips, dropping your knees. Like that. It's this weight shift along with the timing and the angles which will actually sell your move to a defender. Which brings us to the next part, timing and angles. On a crossover, you can sell the fake as you step. You slow down first and then you speed up as you go into the fake and pull back. It's this slowing down which is going to catch the defender off guard when you do speed up. Look at the angles people take to shift a defender. The same crossover can be done sideways to drive. It can be done slightly slanting to pull back and shoot a shot. It can even be done vertically to set something else up. It can be done fast, or you can sell the fake a little harder. So you need to look at how exactly this move is being done in that situation. And once you get this down, you just got to add in the move. This can be a crossover. You could do it behind your back. You could go between your legs. The actual move itself doesn't matter so much as how you sell the fake, how you get the defender biting, and how you protect the ball to make sure they don't steal it. You need to know how to protect the ball. This could be putting your body at a certain angle. It could be using your off arm. And once you get this down, the cherry on top would be using your eyes to sell a fake. It's important to observe how a player goes about that as well. And finally, you also need to see the situation in which a move is used. What is the defender doing? How are they playing you? Like this, like this, like this. How far are they? Close by. They're giving you a lot of space. Or they're playing at about one arm's distance away. You got to see whether they're shorter than you, whether they're taller than you. Although most moves will work on both short and tall defenders, the exact way you do the move will change slightly. So this you can't learn purely by watching. It also comes with a bit of trial and error, a bit of experimentation in game. Now that's moves. How about analyzing a player's entire playstyle? Like how Murasaki Bara uses his height or how Kagami uses his athleticism. You start with looking at that player's physical abilities. You know, what is their main strengths? Are they super tall, super fast? Can they jump really high? Are they very strong? Then you should see how they use these physical abilities. For instance, you're very tall, you want to keep the ball up. You can jump really high. You need to learn how to time your jumps. You attack the rim in both these cases. If you're strong, you look at using your strength, be more physical rather than relying on speed. You can look at either the Aomine handles, Akashi Emperai, Murasaki Bara, or Kagami breakdowns. Then you'll surely understand more of what I'm talking about in the sense of use your physical abilities to your advantage. After physical advantage is what their main skill set is. Are they amazing shooters? Are they amazing at dribbling and driving past a defender? So how do they play to that? How do they look for that in the game and set up opportunities for them to do their favorite moves and do what they're good at? A great example I think is Steph Curry and like how he uses screens to get himself free for a 3-point shot. The next part is playing to your situation. What your teammates are doing, what your defenders are doing. I think a great example of this is Kuroko. Since people underestimate him so much, he can just look away, for instance, and people forget he's even there. But that's not it. Like if you look at Kevin Durant on the Golden State Warriors, he took great advantage of how the defense was focused too much on Curry. So he got so many one-on-one ISO scoring opportunities right there. It's the same with Kyrie taking advantage of LeBron being on the Cavs with him, and now with Luka. So if you have a person who draws more attention, who has more gravity than you play off of that. Then of course is situational. Let's say, what does a player do when someone is trying to rush them by playing tight pressure defense? Or what do they do when the defender is just giving them space like that? How they look to exploit a defender's weakness. And now coming to anime specifically, it's slightly easier because there are cutaways and people are explaining exactly what is happening. While sometimes in real basketball commentators explain, it's not always. Second thing, please don't take anime literally here. Whether it's Kuroko disappearing, Akashi being able to break ankles every time he wants, or Midorima never ever missing a shot, take all this with a grain of salt and I'm sure you will learn something. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this detailed breakdown. I think it's a really important thing, especially if you don't have a coach. See, I understand Machas. Most of what I learnt in basketball came from looking at other players and trying to analyze or watching YouTube videos. Talking about YouTube videos, do subscribe to this channel. I have a lot more amazing basketball breakdowns coming for all of you.